It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Daniel Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jaguars and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Van Jefferson was the intended receiver.
And now it's second down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker. And this
now Trubisky lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing Jones.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Chase Claypool
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jaguars have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Powerful running. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
They go play action. Trubisky.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down and 2.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Again, it's Pacheco.
Evades him at the 10.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Pushing through the contact. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. On the run, it's Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Now it's Trubisky. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Back to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Patrick Queen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Pulled in at the 24. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football at would have it at the 36-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Trubisky. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's taken on the 25. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Jaguars have regained the lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Trubisky to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Kirkpatrick. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky will throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
Trubisky. And it's caught. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and goal from the 1. Play action. Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Hassan Reddick drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And taken right at the 35. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
A throw over the middle taken in. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
On the give, here's McBride.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Trubisky. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now Trubisky on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
They go play action. Trubisky. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1.
First
Now it's Trubisky. Rolling to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Now Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Off the play fake, Jones.
There's Chris Olave.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion.
Here's McBride.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packers offense set to go. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Right side to Watson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6.
Now Trubisky to throw. And complete once again to Watson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On third down, Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Chase Claypool.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he returns this to the 22.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
23 yards.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Brings up 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:47 on the clock. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way. But bottom line, they're still alive.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Trubisky will throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. Here's 2nd down.
Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
This is 1st and 10.
Here's Trubisky. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trubisky to throw.
Able to find Ertz. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Jacksonville,
they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.